You hear it first, not with your ears, but with the part of you still tied to the living. A death is coming, and it is your job to announce it. You are a Banshee. The word comes from the Irish bean sea, which means woman of the Mounds. You are old. You are older than the language they call you in. You were a death watcher when the people who first spoke of you were still painting their stories on the walls of caves. You serve one of the great Gaelic families, the O'Briens, the O'Neills, the Kavanaghs, the McCarthys, the Maguires, 5 bloodlines that have called you forward for over 1,000 years. Some scholars say there are more families than 5. Some say there are 17. The truth is older than the families themselves. The truth is that you were watching the people before they had names. Eddie Lenihan, the Irish folklorist, collected over 4,000 sightings of you in modern Ireland alone. 3,000 happened within living memory. You are not history. You are current. The first written record of you was 1437. A nobleman returning home from war heard a woman keening on the path ahead of him. He recognized her face. She had been dead for 30 years. By morning, his eldest son was dead too. The mechanics are precise. You appear 3 nights before the death. Not 2, not 4, 3. You stand outside the house. You comb your hair with a silver comb that has been yours since the Bog Kingdoms. The comb is older than the family. The comb is older than Ireland. If a living person sees the comb fall and picks it up, they take the death instead. The folklore is exact on this. The folklore was written by people who had watched it happen. Be careful where you sit. On the second night, you weep. Quietly. The family does not hear you yet. The dogs do. The dogs always know first. On the third night, you wail. 1601, the Battle of Kinsale. You appeared on the eve of the battle for the O'Donnells. The chieftain saw you on the edge of his camp. 8,000 men marched into that field. The Irish line broke. The chieftain died 10 days later in a foreign port. He never made it home. 1714, Lord Inchiquin of the O'Briens. You appeared at the gates of Dramaland Castle. The cook saw you first, then the stable hand, then the lord himself. Within 4 days, he was dead of a hunting accident. The horse came home without him. 1798, the United Irishman Rebellion. You appeared for the Wexford rebels and for the British soldiers and for the women in the towns. You did not pick a side. Death does not pick sides. 1846, the Famine Year. You did not appear for one family. You appeared for hundreds, whole villages, whole counties. Some say the wailing did not stop for 3 years. Travelers passing the western moors said the sound was continuous. The land itself, mourning. 1998. The Good Friday Agreement was signed. You did not stop appearing. Some say you appeared more after. Old enemies make peace. Old debts come due. The mothers of soldiers on both sides still heard you that summer. 1916. Easter Rising. You appeared in Dublin for the rebels. Some saw you on Sackville Street. Some saw you in their cell at Kilmainham. Pierce said he heard you the night before his execution. He did not seem surprised. Tonight is smaller. Tonight is one house. A thatched cottage in West Clare. Tonight is the youngest son of the Maguires. He is 12. He has been ill for 3 weeks. The fever has burned the meat off his face. The priest came on Sunday and, again, on Tuesday. The mother knows what the priest's second visit means. His mother has not slept in 4 days. She knows you are coming. She has heard the silence stretching too long over her thatched roof. She has felt the dogs go quiet at certain hours. You sit on the stone fence outside the window. You can see her shadow against the candle. You comb your hair very carefully tonight. You do not let the comb fall. She knows you are there. She does not look out. To look out would be to acknowledge you. To acknowledge you would be to admit what is coming. So instead, she folds her hands. She waits. You and she have been engaged in a silent contract for 3 weeks. The mother and the witness. Tonight, the contract closes. When you finally start, she does not cry out. She does not run to the window. She has been waiting for this sound. So have you. The wail is not what the storytellers describe. It is not a scream. It is older than screaming. It is the sound a mother makes the moment before she knows. It moves through the thatch, through the stone, through the dogs in their kennels, 3 farms away. It does not stop at houses or borders. The land carries it. Inside, the boy stops breathing. By the time the priest is summoned, you are already gone. Across the fields, past the hedgerow. By the time the dogs start barking again, you are on the next county over. By morning, you are walking back across the moor. The mist is lifting. Somewhere behind you, a household is changing forever. The mother will boil tea she does not drink. The father will go to the barn and stand a long time before he can speak. You will not return for a generation, maybe 2. The next time you are called for the Maguires, the boy you announced will be a name on a tombstone older than the children who carry it. You will outlive every face you have ever announced, every priest who buried the bodies you came to mark, every mother who held the hand of the child you came to wail for. That is the cost of the job. Here is what the storytellers never explained. You are not the death. You are the witness. Every culture, every century has needed someone to mark the passing. The Japanese have their yurei, the pale woman in a white funeral kimono. She appears at the temple gate 3 nights before the death. The Slavic tribes had their navi, the spirits of the unbaptized dead. They appeared as birds, or as women in white linen, or as a sound on the wind no one could trace. The Norse had the Desaish, family spirits, female, ancient, bound to a bloodline. They appeared in dreams. They appeared in battle. They appeared at births and at deaths. The Breton Corrigan, the Greek Moirai, the Aztec Chiwatateo who came for women dying in childbirth, the Korean Cheonyo Gwishin, the Welsh Grachi Ribbon, every one of them. The same job, the same understanding that someone has to hold the door open while the living person walks through. The Banshee just happens to be ours. If you have made it this far, you understand. You did not click on this video for horror. You clicked because some part of you already knew. Some part of you has been waiting to hear it from the other side. Death is the oldest story we have. The Banshee is just one of the ways we have learned to tell it. Subscribe. There are older ones still. Next time, you wake under the floorboards of a forgotten king's tomb. You are still hungry. You are still bound to him. 80 years late and counting.